Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I am post-editing Miranda because I realized that my intro wasn't quite an intro. My name is Miranda. I am writing my debut novel. It's going to be a cozy romantasy for new adult genre. I was gonna say young adult, but I realized that young adult is actually like teenagers, and not that it's not appropriate for teenagers, but I think it would have benefited me greatly as I entered into I'm still entering into adulthood, but when I was in my early 20s. I say that because I'm turning 25 this month and that feels not right. So I am just rambling a lot in this video, so I'm going to try and cut it down a little bit more. But I finished half my book in this video, spoiler. I did have a false victory at one point where I realized I needed to rewrite it, but I'm going to show you that and join me along for the ride, because I'm also going to be including some stats at the end, which might be important if you're writing your debut novel and you want to kind of figure out how long it would take you to get this far. And then I made some predictions on how long it might take me to finish the book in my first draft, in draft 0. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, good morning. It's, let me check. It's August 14th, 11:11. To some people, I know 11 o'clock is not morning, but it is to me. I've spent my morning working on my book and getting some inspiration from Pinterest and watching, I watched Sincerely V's video where she finished her draft 1 of her book, which is awesome. Congratulations. It inspires me, honestly, because I know it's possible for me to finish draft 0, but I also know it's possible for me to finish draft 1 one day. I'm very excited for that day, and I thought, you know what, I actually should film something. I just finished chapter 14, I think. It's not really a satisfying end, but it is draft 0, so I'm just gonna move on. I'm trying to get to the end of chapter 16. My real goal is to finish Act 2A, and that might be hard because it's a lot of fun and games and I have to come up with a lot of the fun and games activities. So I'm gonna work on that today. Hi everyone, it's the end of my writing day. I might write more, but it's after 5 and I've got to start dinner and do some dishes. So I wrote 1,472 words. I am probably only halfway through chapter 15, and I have to realize that. I feel like chapters need to be hefty things, and they really don't, because just this is over 1,000 words, and I think chapters in these type of books typically range on 2,000, and that's sometimes. You can have short chapters, and I've seen it done before and they work well. So I'm not sure why I'm putting so much pressure on myself. I shouldn't even be worrying about the chapter numbers. I'm just kind of going based on when it feels right to end a section, based on how many scenes I have, etc. I'm halfway through chapter 15, I guess. Chapter 16 is where a lot of the fun and games happens, and then it will be the midpoint. That is crazy. I can't believe according to the beats, I'm almost halfway through the story. I'm just taking a moment to really think about that, and I'm not blindly going through it. I've planned up to the very end, kind of. It doesn't feel like I'm halfway through the book, I think, because in my brain there's still a lot to do. Like, there's a lot to talk about. But this is draft 0. There's not as much I need to do. I'm just trying to write out my thoughts, and then I can fluff it and make it look better and create better prose and all of that junk, and like add special things with draft 1. But my story will be told. I'm almost halfway to my story being told in completion. Okay, whatever. We're gonna end this day for you. I decided the vlog, since I just made that realization, is going to be finishing half my book. See you in the next part of this vlog. Hi everyone. First of all, I am absolutely on the floor in my bathroom. Second of all, please excuse my Toy Story pajamas and the fact that I'm in a bathroom. It's just the best lighting this time of day. I just got done crying from a YouTube video. It's been a while since I have been brought to tears by a YouTube video. It was this video that I'm putting hopefully here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I just found her and I'm probably gonna watch a lot of her videos today. She inspires me. She said it so right. I'm not gonna quote it. I want you to go watch the video if you're curious and you're watching my videos somehow. It's my inspiration for today. It's Monday. It's a Monday. So I got up early today. I got up at like 8, but I didn't get out of bed till like 8:30. I was like looking for inspiration to write and I just ended up watching some YouTube videos, which is fine. I'm currently watching Brielle's YouTube video. I need to finish that. And then before I have lunch, I need to get some writing in. Sorry, the lighting is changing. It's just going back and forth. Oh, update. Okay, I got to chapter 16. I don't know what my last update was. I think I was just like trying to write. Well, my goal for last week was to get to chapter 16, and I did yesterday on a Sunday. That's the end of the week, so I met my goal. We're just calling it. So I'm in the middle of chapter 16, and I found myself actually writing. Like, draft 0 is supposed to be me not doing a lot of that. It's supposed to be me bullet pointing what's gonna happen. Well, I just found myself writing. So after this, and after I finish Brielle's video, I'm gonna start writing again. And I'm gonna just be like, all right, here's the summary of what I was going to write. And we're moving on. Because this would be a very fun point of the book. She's just literally cleaning and redecorating and reorganizing the apothecary. And you're like, I don't know what's going on in your story, Miranda, and that's okay. You don't have to know. But I know that probably doesn't sound fun to some people, like cleaning, but like, I love those scenes in movies where someone gets something or they're in this old house and like they have to clean it up and they have to redo it and then it becomes theirs, and I love those type of scenes. And I'm not even a neat freak. I'm on the bathroom floor, but I love those type of scenes, something about them. So I'm going to write that, just like more summary of like her steps, because I was trying to write like steps of how she was cleaning and reorganizing and things she was doing just for my own sake. I don't know why I did this, like I was shooting myself. So we'll continue doing that. And then that's probably going to be the entire chapter. So my goal for this week is to get to the midpoint. It is going to be something big. I have found that I just keep writing more than what I need to for draft 0, and maybe that's okay. I should probably just follow my heart, follow my hands, whatever they want to write. But if I find myself getting too off track and too distracted, maybe find my way back. Oh, and you're sitting on the thing that the toilet paper roll sits on. Oh, the sun's coming out. Sorry. It just seemed to be the best height for where I was sitting, even though I have to kind of do this. Oh, okay, okay. Okay everyone, it is Tuesday, August 20th. It's 3:05 p.m. I have written 842 words of chapter 17. Most of it is from today. I anticipate that I'm going to finish this chapter today and be at the midpoint. I'm going to be at the middle of my book. I'm going to try and record while I'm writing this, and that way you get my reaction when I get to the midpoint. I did it. I finished chapter 17. Thank goodness. Oh! I might have to write a different chapter 17. Like the second half, because I had a completely different idea, and it's a good idea, and I just completely forgot about it. This is why you should reference your notes, people. I'm still counting it. I've made it to the midpoint. Even if I'm gonna rewrite the second half of that chapter, I'm gonna keep what I wrote and just write an additional half of that chapter. What I had in my timeline incorporates the plot better. The main thing here is that I made it to the midpoint. I did exactly what I thought I was gonna do today, like I planned. So I call it a success. I will stop writing for today though, even though I kind of want to write more because it's about to be 5. I'm gonna go on my walk. I'm gonna make sure the towels are dry, and start dinner. So this might have to be for tomorrow, but I made it, okay? I made it. That's what's important. All right, so it's Wednesday, August 21st, 2 p.m. I am about to give the breakdown because guess what? I just finished half of my debut novel. Woo! I had to rewrite the second half of chapter 17 because I realized, as you probably saw, that I had a different plan and I forgot all about it. I wrote it in my timeline and it makes a lot more sense than what I first wrote for chapter 17. I rewrote that last night and finished it this morning. I'm just gonna give some stats, but it's done. It's donezo, and honestly, I read it back to myself and it's not bad. It's not pretty prose yet, but it doesn't sound bad. I actually enjoy reading my own writing, so that's great. Got my trusty laptop where I have taken some notes, and I'm gonna read them out to you. So in total yesterday, I wrote 2,718 words, which is a lot. It's quite a lot. And I guess you can just say that comes from rewriting half of a chapter, but. So, chapter 17 is now just under 3K words. And that's with me combining both options. We're gonna go over some big stats that maybe you're wondering because you're writing your first book and you're not sure how long it's going to take to write that first draft. For me, it's draft 0, which just means I'm not worried about prose, I'm not worried about sentence structure, paragraph structure, I'm not even worried about capitalization sometimes. I am writing in bullet points. I'm using the same words over and over again, knowing that I'm going to be Googling synonyms for whatever over and over again, looking at different ways to do dialogue, etc. I just went in knowing I'm gonna have a lot to fix, but I want to get the story on the page. How long did it take me to write half my draft 0? Just getting to the midpoint, which can give us a picture of how long it might take to finish my draft 0. As someone who's never written a book before, I've written stories that weren't long at all, and I've written stories that didn't go anywhere. So this is a first for me, maybe it's a first for you. How long did it take me to write half? Well, I started my draft 0 page officially on April 30th. Although we're just going to call it May 1st, since it looks like I did a lot on May 1st, and I just started the idea on April 30th. And since today is August 21st, it took me about 2.5 months to get to the midpoint. That isn't bad at all. Honestly, I figured it would be longer because I've been working on this book a lot longer, but I didn't sit down and decide to do this draft until May 1st. So now I'm at 33,496 words total for my draft 0. With that in mind, right, what's next for me? What could you say will take for me to finish my draft 0. Considering the fact the second half of my book is going to be heftier, there's a lot more going on. I have Act 2B and Act 3 that are significantly chunkier. So because it's going to be heftier, we can predict the whole of draft 0. The entire draft 0 should be around 70,000 to 80,000 words. That's a ballpark. Not really sure, and I'm not going to hold myself to that. It's just a way for us to do some predictions here. That means I need to write about 36,000 words to reach the 70,000 words prediction. That's a little more than what I've currently written in 2.5 months. Now, my goal is to finish draft 0 by September 31st. So I could use Preptober to take a step back before diving into chapter 1 in November for camp. No, not camp. For NaNoWriMo. But life happens, you know, you can't predict everything. So at the absolute latest, I'd like to be done with draft 0 by October 31st. We're just gonna call it October 31st for the ease of math. So that means from May 1st to October 31st, it will have taken me 6 months. I did the math on my hand. May 1st to October 1st is 5 months, 30 days, 6 months. Which seems about right. For someone like me, and maybe someone like you who's never written a book before, it's a little bit of a process, especially if you're still honing your story craft, which I am. I am still trying to learn things. I'm still very much going off of this. And the other books that I've gotten, I am learning. So 6 months, not bad. And let's say I do finish it by September 31st, 5 months. All that said, I had the wild idea before I did all this math, you know, while I was writing my draft 0, I had the wild idea that draft 1 would be done by the end of 2024 so that I could hop into revisions in the new year. It just would be nice and clean. I'm a little wary about that now, but we'll see. You know, if I finish draft 0 by September 31st, that leaves me with 3 months to do draft 1. It sounds a little rude to myself, like, ooh, you took 6 months to write the first draft and it's not even in real sentences and you use the same word over and over and over again, but I'm only giving you 3 months to write the next one. Good luck. But I also have this weird feeling in my heart that says, take that risk. Give yourself a goal that may be a little unachievable, but if you achieve it, you're gonna feel super good about yourself, Miranda. I'm going to put on the screen, because I've been rambling, what my actual goals are as of now, as someone who's writing her debut novel. Post-editing Miranda again. I also didn't film an outro, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope any of this was insightful to you. Please like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that YouTube jazz. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.